Welcome in, everyone, to episode 90 of the Battlecast podcast. I'm your host, Peng, joined by my co-host, Speedy Chief 2, who better be stocking up some Pepto-Bismol, man. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, just 10 episodes away from 100.
10 episodes away, yeah, you're right. That is, I mean, it's a little under 3 months, right? A lot's going to happen in 3 months' time, but also, it's coming up quick.
It is coming up quick.
We got to figure this out. All right. So let's see. So by the way, heads up, slight delay on this week's podcast. Our apologies, but obviously you'll know that by the time you listen to it if you're someone that listens right away. But all right. So let's see. We're on episode 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. All right.
Quick maths.
Quick maths. It's the 24th of May.
Okay.
Is our 100th episode.
Okay, gotcha.
So, what do we do with that?
I was gonna see. I'm trying to think of like what's
now that we know that info. I don't know. There's nothing particular in that day. Although it is Cochino Mom Heather's birthday that day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Cochino Mom special. Let's see.
I mean, we could. We really could.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. We won't record it on her birthday, so that's fine. But is there any regionals happening around that time? I don't think so, right?
I think there's Hartford the weekend prior.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So that'll be good. It's also the same month as Cinco de Mayo, so maybe we have a guest on, we eat tacos and drink margaritas. I don't know.
Same month, yeah, but it's like almost like
I'm stretching.
It's almost like 19 days later.
I'm reaching.
I mean, we can still. Let's think on it.
Yeah,
we'll think on it. The IRL thing is like interesting, but we'll think on it. Let's think on it. Anyway, with that said, we got some stuff coming up here. I just got back from Vancouver like 2 days ago, so that's me. Yeah. But we'll talk more about that. We got some questions though. Before we get into the questions, I actually got feedback from one of my patrons and listeners. And so let me read back that to you. It's from Bubble Baron. He said he DM'd me on Discord, so you won't be able to see this. But he said, "Hey Caleb, I got a few suggestions for the podcast bets. If you do a season-long bet, then the loser needs to change their profile picture for the length of the following season. So a solid 3 months. Example, profile picture you change it to needs to use the aging filter, so it'll show you as 80-year-old Caleb, or a filter, with other random stuff, etc., other filters. Another bet that may be more up Speedy's alley would be who has the highest elo when it becomes revealed at ace rank. Yeah, the problem with that, though, is if you're slow on battling, you're going to have like a higher starting ace rank. It's just like when if you start doing like the battles to legend, right? It's kind of the same, unless we're at the same pace, right? That'll be
so you're saying that the try-hard herd moves first.
No.
And then like more casual players just start later in the season.
Yeah, and if you start later, the more casual players that you're playing against, you're going to have a higher win rate. And if you have a higher win rates, climbing to your ace rank, you're going to have a higher starting ace rank. It's kind of just like legend, right? Like it's very hard to be the first legend or first ace or expert or whatever, because it's just a massive grind.
Yeah.
So, ace is a different story because that's just like right after rank 20. But veteran, right? First veteran is also very tough. But anyway, that's my only reservation of like, that kind of stuff. But it's a good suggestion. That way, it means you need to play competitively only for a short time frame, and that way it will allow Speed to goof around with teams when he normally streams. I mean, you still can. So the only way we do that is we commit to playing the same amount of sets every single day in the beginning. Yeah. That would be the only way. I wouldn't be opposed to it, right? Because then it would be like done deal right off the bat for the season. Unless you want to do a double bet, like first, like high elo at elo reveal and a legend bet. We can do that too, right? But that would add something. So we can, if you want to, for next season, we can definitely commit to that.
Yeah. I've never been try hard in the first few weeks, but it could be fun to try that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Honestly, not even first few weeks. You If you play it right, you'll get it in like a first few days. If it takes you a couple weeks, then you've already lost, right? Yeah, if you don't
True,
get your
true.
elo by the same time the other person does, then you just lose, right? So you
Yeah,
have to get
yeah,
the elo too, right? Like by a certain
fair.
day. It has to be the same day. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay. I like that though. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's actually pretty cool. Cool
Yeah.
suggestion.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we will consider for next season, and if we forget, like, please remind us, right? If we're like approaching next season, yeah,
Yeah.
remind us.
I'll make a note. Go ahead.
Yeah, we can make a note. We have a bunch of notes at the bottom. um,
Yeah, we do.
one a comment. This is actually on the 2 weeks ago episode, but I saw it afterwards, so might as well. It's from Mike Smith saying nothing to ask, just commenting for the algorithm. Keep up the good work. Hey, and from Matsu Flex, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Um, and going into last week's episode, we got a couple comments, so let's go through this.
All right, let's do
Manning. Oh, this is what we talked about in your profile picture, right?
it. Manning is
Says,
hilarious.
yeah, he is very, very funny, but also very honest. The used car salesman comment made me cry. They put a bunch of ha-has. For real, though, as much as I'd love to disagree with Caleb, this profile pic does kind of look sus. Sorry, Speedy. All right, that's one person that says it, right? Hey, me and Manning might not be the whole representative of like the general community, so maybe others think differently. Again, no one told you this beforehand. I'm the only friend looking out for you, Speedy. I'm just saying.
I guess so.
Or I just have really bad vision or something. Andrew says, what do you think of Color Cup? I'm so afraid that this might become Holiday Cup 2.0. I actually really enjoyed Color Cup, and I'll talk more about it in the GBL section.
Yeah.
The Psychic Cup is a different story. That's just like bite Bruckshish like 24/7. That does not seem fun. I saw Jonkus post about how he finished 3 sets in 30 minutes, and like I don't know what
Ooh,
he's running, if he's running some degen stuff, but again, like
it must be. It's
why
gotta
wouldn't
be.
you run bite Bruckshish, right? Like
Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like great cup,
Fair.
but
Yeah. Go ahead. Well,
no, what
yeah,
were you saying?
we'll talk more
Yeah.
about Color Cup later.
Hey.
I just felt like Toxapex was too busted. I just thought, you know.
Oh, we definitely gonna talk about that because I had a team
Yeah.
that doesn't beat Toxapex, and I still killed with it. Shiny Hunter Ben Stram says, I had no paid actors, also had a wedding this last month. No excuses, Speedy.
I know, man. Ben's a hustler though. Ben is one of those people I really respect a lot because he's always working. So
He is working.
I need to step it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Adrian Bergfors. Sorry, I might be mispronouncing. Bergfors says, "Hi guys, keep up the good work. But hey, don't you think it's time to update your podcast subscription? I think Speedius really deserves to be mentioned in there as well." Wait, I'm actually really confused. Are you not in the podcast description? Because I thought you are.
I don't know.
Like, it
on
is
which
on
platform?
Spotify, right? Like, am I mistaken? Like, am I tripping or what?
Yeah.
Because when I saw that comment, I was also very confused. I thought, all right, here's the description on the about page for Spotify is Caleb Peng and Speed Chief 2 are teaming up to bring you with the most up-to-date, informative, and educational podcast for all things Pokemon Go PvP. Where else would it be?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Battlecast?
If it's not Spotify, because we don't have a Twitter.
Yeah, but the same thing is on the Podbean website, the official website. Caleb Peng is the same description.
Oh. Well, how about
I'm not saying that like you're wrong. I'm just really curious where it is, Adrian. So if you could mention specifically, let us know. Maybe it's on some of the other podcast platforms, but I like essentially when I set the description on Podbean, it should update on all podcasting platforms. So that was like the first thing I did when I brought Speedy on. But
dude,
I don't know. Maybe something slipped through the cracks. I mean, obviously, I think something definitely did somewhere because otherwise, why would Adrian post this, right?
Yeah, exactly. So let us know which platform it is because I'm not seeing it either.
Yeah, but thank you for the heads up. And then also says, since someone asked you guys about the gym defending system, what I would like to share my idea that I think would make defending a lot more relevant than it is today. If you defend a gym and a raid egg hatch, you should have the possibility to see what raid it is and raid it remotely through Pokemon's at gym when you scroll through today. Oh, that's interesting. So if you leave a Pokemon in a gym, you can like just like how you remotely could feed your Pokemon, you can remotely do the gym. Ooh, that'd be good, but Niantic's trying to get more people outside and stuff, which is like the antithesis of their mission. But we'll talk more about that in our tease segment. But I personally like that, right? I think that would be fun and it would give more people incentive to on
Oh,
some gyms.
there'd be huge incentive to go and take over gyms like before raid hour. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? People would
Well,
be really
yeah,
scrapping over that.
it's like tricky because let's say I do take over some gyms, I don't take over most of them. I'm still gonna have to walk around and get them, right? Like even if I take over half of them, I'm going to miss out on half the raids by not going to them. Because
Yeah, true.
unless I take over all of them, right? But it depends. Maybe you could take over all of them. I know I probably can't. But it'd be nice, like if I take over one like down the street from me, and I see my Pokemon still in there, I could just do the raid,
Mm,
right? But
yeah.
that would be cool though. I
Okay.
I
Okay.
do like that a lot myself, Adrian. I just don't know if Niantic would, but different
Yeah.
story. Hey, if you listen out there, Niantic, you're
Every
probably you're
episode we have at least one
yeah.
call out.
Every
If you're
episode
listening.
we give a shout out and mention random employees that may not even be here listening. We're just talking to ourselves.
Yeah.
um Another feature that they could also add is that if you win the raid at the gym that you are defending in person or remotely, you get increased rewards more than just team bonus. You defend this gym, here's your extra rewards. I like that a lot too.
That
That'll get
that
people out there.
actually
Yeah.
yes, that actually could work because not
Hmm.
only do you have to get out to take over the gym, but then you have to go out to raid it, and I
Yep.
think that also aligns with their vision. So that's actually pretty
Exactly.
cool. I like that.
Exactly. I mean, um, yeah, because honestly, the remote stuff doesn't even help that much. Like if you're remote raiding a gym where you're Pokemon defending, like you're probably in the vicinity anyway, so that's
Mm,
fine, I think. But if they want to do only in person raids, I mean, it's not a big deal too. I think that would work as well. And
yeah.
then what if they added both features? Shouldn't be too hard for Nine to fix, and I'm sure many more would take the time to defeat gyms. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. Thanks for entertaining podcast. Well, thank you, Adrian, for the suggestions. I like that a lot, actually. Those are things that I've never heard of until now, and
Yeah.
I think they're really
They're
creative
really
ideas that
smart.
are good. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and I
I
think they'll be
agree.
well received, to be honest. But
Mm.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Again, dude, if you work for Niantic and you listen to our podcast,
It's like a
there's
gold mine of ideas.
I know, and you could just pawn it as your own. I'm sorry, Adrian, right? But you could pawn it as your own and get like a raise, a bonus, whatever, right? Like
It's
I
true.
came
It's
up with it,
true.
right? Like no executive from Niantic is probably listening to this, and if they are, wow, what an honor. But I doubt it, right? So your
Yeah.
bosses probably aren't listening to the podcast. Like it's just you could take notes. Honestly, if you're working at Niantic, you're listening to this, you should take notes and make this happen ASAP because you know why? Your coworker down 2 floors might be listening to this also, and they might do it instead, right?
Exactly.
I
It's
mean,
an
there might
arms
not be another
race.
coworker listening, but you never know. You never know. There might be. It's an arms race. Yeah, exactly. It's an arms race. Yeah, and when you see them getting promoted with this genius idea they came up with on their own, man, you're gonna be like, that could have been me. Caleb
Dude,
told me. Caleb told me at episode 90. Speedy says the arm race on episode 90, and I didn't take advantage of it.
dude, speaking
Yeah.
of ideas
Uh,
that we have that we
yeah.
like toss around, I did see Pokeminers uncovered some shadow raids. I was thinking,
Oh, yeah.
man, the Team Rocket takeover of the gyms. Who would have thunk about something like that? I don't know if it'll turn out that
That's
way,
pretty
but we'll
cool.
see.
Dude, I
Yeah.
gotta say, Niantic, Niantic knows how to make money. I
It's
put it
true.
that
It's
way.
true.
Like sometimes they do some weird stuff. That I'm just like, do you not care about making money? But then they'll always find a way. Be like,
Yeah.
don't worry,
Like,
we got
oh,
an ace up our sleeve, and it's another
just when
way
you
to
think you're just when you think you're out, they
yeah,
reel you back
yeah.
in.
Just
It's
when you think you maxed out enough legendary Pokemon to level 50, here's something that's going to cost 365 XLs.
exactly, exactly. Dude, I want to take this next one from Josh T.
Yeah,
Um, Josh says here, longtime listener, first time commenter. Honestly, that's one of my favorite like cheese ball lines to say.
I love it.
So
It's so
I
good.
gotta call it out. Race to Legend punishment idea. Loser cosplays the winner's choice. For example, Caleb as a Bastiodon for the next YouTube podcast episode. We didn't even think about that, Caleb. We could build in our punishments into the actual videos,
Um,
which would be cool. Just like one episode, you have to like dress up as a
I
Bastiodon
guess
for the
so. That's
recording.
not too bad. Yo, Bastion would be
It's
hard
okay.
to dress up as. How do you even like make that?
Dude, you know what you need? You need a bunch of toilet paper and paper towel rolls and just make your face look like a wall.
Y'all would rather see that over like me dressed up as like Nurse Joy or whatever I
I
said.
mean,
Like, didn't wasn't that the first bet?
it was yeah, the beard bet was you as me, right?
No, that's cosplay as you. But I could have sworn like I have to dress up as like Nurse Joy or something. I'm sure. Oh no, I think that was the bet I made with Polly, which was the same season
Yeah,
of our
yeah.
first Legend bet. The one
Mhm,
between
mhm.
us, I forgot what it was, but maybe
Yeah.
I had to make a fortress for Ultra League. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, something like that. Last thing that Josh says, can't wait for the Ampha roast of Butters when he comes into the
Ah,
podcast.
I
That is
love it.
clever.
Yo,
That's clever.
Josh, thank you for the title. Cause we title suggestions. I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna steal that. Just like how all these Niantic people should be stealing these other ideas.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. We'll try to get Butters on soon. Maybe sooner than you
Yeah.
think.
Ooh,
We'll see.
I'm down.
We'll see. Yeah. Ryan Colgrove, RC Cola, says perm and hot chip bet works, but what if the bet was whoever loses has to let the other choose the 3 Pokemon they want to max out to 50 for the other person? Yo, Ryan, I don't got the dust, man. Like, I'm just telling you right now. And since it sounds like Speedy needs to spend some more Stardust, it wouldn't hurt Caleb either. They could be nice or they could be torturous about it. It could be fun. I mean, I'd be open to
Yeah.
it. We're getting some ideas for sure. I wish we heard some of these ideas beforehand, but I appreciate the ideas. We could definitely keep track of this for next time too and see.
Yeah. Agreed.
Second thing is I did like the Factions T segment. It was a big moment in factions across the board. I wouldn't hate more coverage on it. I know we have people that do it like MJ Get It, but I definitely think it's an interesting topic to cover. Hope you do it more. Also, SoCal Swablu ain't mad. Nice. They ain't mad?
Yeah.
Wait, why would
I
they be mad?
know. I don't know. I know Ryan's a huge SoCal fan and
Yeah.
team member.
He's
So
I believe the captain of
yeah,
their SoCal Swablu blue team. They have a
I
gold
believe
team
so.
and a
Yeah.
blue
Yeah.
team, yeah,
He,
and they have a
he's
San Diego team. They have like a fourth team too coming up, like Santa Barbara or
dude.
something.
He's
Yo,
definitely rooting for the
franchise.
home team. Yeah. It's franchise.
Yeah. I do know that at least SoCal Swablu Gold, their diamond tier team picked up some people from the Fallout. I think they picked up Famo from Bad Muse and then
Uh,
maybe someone else as well. I can't
yeah.
remember who the other person was. It Munchlax? I can't remember who Munchlax joined.
I'm not sure if it was Munch or not.
I don't
I'll have
know,
to
but
do
they
some
yeah.
research.
The problem is they're moving out of their SoCal region, right? Like Famo, I think is all the way from Florida. But again, if
Yes.
but I mean that's the thing, right? You can only pick so many people, right? Because not everyone from the region is going to want to play on your team, aka myself. Right? I'm in SoCal, but I got my own
Yeah.
thing. But yo,
But you're also
speaking
a
of
transplant.
faction pickups,
Yeah. Dude.
dude.
I,
Well,
I
actually,
heard
we
I
can talk
heard
about
the
it. Let's talk about that after this questions. Let's throw it in
okay.
there. Let's talk
Okay.
about that because there's been some pickups in switcheroos. Derek Cruz says Speedy's profile regarding Speedy's profile pic. I get the shady lawyer on Vegas billboard or beach ad vibe. Look, I didn't say it right. Derek
No.
said it. Also, thank heavens y'all landed on the hot chip challenge. It's definitely the best of the bunch. And I could only imagine if you went with the piercing that tattoos wouldn't be far behind. That's true.
Oh my
So,
god.
incremental, right? It's like easing you in, right? Like the it's like if you ever watch like prank wars between like couples on YouTube. I feel like a lot
Yeah.
of them are fake these days, but back in the day when they were real, like they would do like little things here or there and it get more and more extreme, like to the point where they're like shaving each other's eyebrows and like
Oh yeah,
waxing their
yeah.
eye. Like I was like so extreme to the point where I'm like, dude,
Dude.
like I would
h-
I would
How
I
does
would need to
your
like roll back, right? But it's like weird because you're like
yeah.
doing for the content too, and you're trying to one up your partner, but like at the same time, like
But how
can't.
does your relationship go back to normal after that? You
I
know?
mean, I remember one of them, he proposed to her with a prank. Like she got dressed up like in a very nice dress to go out to a fancy dinner. And I don't
Yeah.
actually think there was a dinner plan. And she opens up her closet. He's like, "Hey, like, can you grab something from the closet for me? I left my jacket in there." She runs in and grabs it, and it's like a bucket of like green goo, just dumps all over her, right? And then she was like so pissed, right? She's like, "I just wanted one night where
Yeah.
we're not doing this." And then right when she comes out of the room, he's like scared because he's like hiding in like another like room, like closet, like watching it happen. He's like, "Dude, I was like too scared
Yeah.
to come out." He comes out and he proposes to her with the green goo and everything. And she was like, "Is this another prank?" I was like, he's like, "No, it's serious, right? Like this is
Dude.
it." And then after she's like celebrating about being proposed and stuff, and I don't know what they did after, but
Uh I don't know. I
yeah,
want to
I
hear
could
from
bet she
everyone
got
listening.
divorced because there was like all of this other stuff, but it wasn't because of the pranks that they got divorced over. I will say that. Let's see
I
about
just
this
want to hear
stuff.
from everybody listening if they were proposed to right after something like that, if they would be like, "Oh yeah, sure," you know,
I mean, I
definitely,
would never do that myself, right? As much of
yeah.
I like to roast people and like prank people and stuff. Like that's
It
a little
sounds like
too
a
far.
recipe for failure.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
At least he got it on camera though, you know. But
I guess.
yeah, it's got a couple million views I think on YouTube.
Jesus.
Anyway, on top of that, after tattoos wouldn't be far behind because if there's anyone who would go from 0 to 100, it sounds like Caleb's right there to make it happen.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I go from 0 to 100. I'm just like on 100 after. I'm going from
He
100 to
goes
1,000 afterward.
he
Yeah.
goes real quick.
All right, so we got two people that agree with me too. That the profile like okay. Niall Plum says your answer and posted a link. What's the
Okay.
link?
I haven't actually clicked that link. I'm not sure.
Oh! It was the legend thing.
Oh,
It
okay.
was your answer to if you hit legend or not.
Oh,
Oh,
gotcha,
it was
gotcha.
yeah, because I posted a clip on it, right? So he time now it's time stamped it. All right. Ace Trainer Paul says regarding pronunciation of city names like Melbourne or Melbourne, I know you guys often refer back to the Toronto regionals. There's nothing wrong with the way you guys pronounce it, but if you want to pronounce it like a local, it's not. Oh, to. It's not. Oh, it's me at Toronto. It's not Toronto. You
It's
actually want to pronounce it as few of the letters as possible. More like Toronto. Wait, what? wait, wait,
Okay, okay,
wait. Ace
okay.
Trader Paul spelled it TRAWNA. Toronto.
Toronto.
Tron.
Toronto.
Tron. There's not even a second
Tron.
T. Toronto. I
Trona?
think Ace Trader Paul might be screwing with us. I don't know.
I think so too.
Yeah. Much love to you guys. Love the show. You guys always get me through the day at work. Keep it up. Appreciate
Oh,
it.
Paul.
Thank you.
Appreciate you
Thank you.
listening, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Is this the same Ace Trainer that we met in Australia? Or am I thinking of someone else? No,
That's
that's
a
a
really
different
good.
Ace Trainer. That's a different Ace Trainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Ace Trainer with some numbers afterward. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Ace Trainer
But
Paul, I
seriously,
just feel like we've seen quite a few times in the comments
it'd
too.
be cool to meet you in person, Paul, at some point.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Or if we did, our apologies.
Yes.
It's
You know,
tough though because sometimes
Caleb.
people introduce themselves with like their real name, right? Instead of
Yeah,
their
true,
in-game
true,
name,
true.
so it's hard to keep track. But
Yeah, Caleb meets a lot of people. You know, it's that whole celebrity factor. You can't
no, come
really
on now, let's
remember
relax here.
everybody.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think everyone wants to meet all the commentators at the events.
True, true, true.
GoFest might be a different story, but you know. Tossell says, I caught Tropius when I was in Israel, and I think you could get it at the really southern end of Spain too.
Really?
So yeah, so just
Okay.
I think general Africa region, I think. On the topic of Wayfair, I think that areas that are really dense in points of interest like LA take much longer for stuff to get approved compared to areas with less points of interest. I mean, possibly. But I'm on freaking month 9. Like, not even kidding. Like, I'm almost at a year waiting for this thing. I'm about to move out of this place by the time it gets approved.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's some validity to that because if there are already so many stops there, it doesn't feel like there needs to be a stop, right? Because there's already so many. So I
There
could see
needs to
that
be a
being lower in
stop,
the
man.
priority.
I got one
Yeah.
stop and no spawns. I got
rough.
mad drift, too. I will say that. Mike Smith says, first day listener here, and I loved it when Speedy joined and you guys got the content out regularly again, but I also miss Ionic. Any chance you bring him on again for episode 100 or so? Hey, maybe, you know?
Yeah,
Episode
that'd be
100 with
cool.
Ionic might not be a bad idea. Let's
Yeah.
we'll think on it. I mean, I think the goal I've always had for the past few months, or not always had, for the past few months I've had, is to bring Zionic on at some point just to catch up with him and stuff. Because I don't talk
Yeah.
to Zionic consistently, just because, well, just time zone differences, and he's got a family and everything too. But it would be nice
Yeah.
to catch up with him and see. I do have an idea for something like that, but stay tuned.
Ooh, okay.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Zion's a really cool guy. It was cool to spend time with him in person in Frankfurt, but like same as you, Caleb, I haven't talked to Zionic in quite a while.
Yeah. 401 says, to continue from last episode, the original thought was to make it. Oh, this is a person that recommended the gym changed last time. The original thought was
Okay.
to make it a solo defender or gym leader. You would have to be within the range to spin the photo disc. So walking away or logging out, the defense would be go back to how it is now. Wait, am I? I'm not sure if I understand this. Do you know
Within
what
the
that
range,
means?
so walking away or logging out, the defense go back to how it is now. Feature. Oh, so essentially, like
Oh, you
you
have to be
you have
like
to be close.
yeah.
Yeah.
This feature would
Okay.
simply stack on top onto the existing mechanic. Adding incentive to this, such as coins for defending and challenging, would not only add one more option for free coins, but also add appeal. When you checked into the gym, your avatar would appear on top of the gym instead of random defending Pokemon. Oh, I like that idea a lot. So if
Mhm.
Speedy checked into the gym as a gym leader, you would also see his avatar and show off his season 9 legend pose. I mean expert pose.
Oh,
Sorry,
Forno.
Speedy. Love you, man. Anyways, I like the thought of having multiple trainers instead, but in control of one Pokemon like a squad battle. Maybe 3v3 potential. If you remember one of
Mhm.
the original trailers to this game, there was a scene where there was a 1v3 trainer battle. You guys are right. Gym defense is a feature that has fallen to the wayside, but has potential for something new and great. Love the podcast and love the different views and opinions you guys bring to the table. I love it, Fordo. Those are great ideas. And
Yeah, seriously.
again, this is a hive mind, Niantic, for ideas. Niantic staffer, right? Take notes,
Yeah.
pass it as your own. You know, sorry, Forno, sorry, Adrian, but
Right.
I don't know if they're gonna ever find the credit back. But you can say when they ever drop this feature, you screenshot your comment underneath this YouTube video and you post it on Twitter or social media and be like, I said it first, right? And everyone will be like, oh my gosh, like Porno
Exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Adrian.
yeah.
Yeah. All the
No, I
ideas.
mean, I think everybody just wants what's best for the game, right? So at this
Yep.
point, if we throw something out like this and it really gets cool and implemented, they can just walk around their local communities and be like, "Yeah, that was my idea. I made
That's
that."
right.
You
Exactly. Exactly. Mensenik says, "Hi, love the show. Keep up the good work. The Utrecht situation, to my understanding, Utrecht is a special event. There's no prize money to be won. This is due to Dutch gambling laws that cover
know.
prize money in gambling competitions. This is also the reason why there's free registration, I guess. Yeah. So I did get some. I did look into it a little bit, and that is absolutely correct, Mensenik. So there's no prize pool, but it's also free to register and play. So yeah, it's not like I think typically they do the registration fee stuff because it's allowed. That way you allow for
Mhm.
prize money, but it's cool to see that so many people are going to turn up even when there's no prize money involved. There's no like rewards and stuff besides the chance to
Yeah.
qualify for world championships. So that should be pretty good. Is this streamed? Do you know? It's got to be, right?
Yeah. As far as I know,
Got to
there's
be.
going to be a stream of it. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll definitely see how that goes.
It's going to be
All
cool.
right. So it seems like two people agree with me on the profile picture. Not resounding amount of people, but
Yeah.
no one
But it's
said it was like,
but
yeah.
the comments are harsh enough. I've already changed
You changed it? What did you change it to?
it. One of the photos from OCIC
Oh, okay, okay.
with the yellow background.
Oh no, dude, I like this picture a lot actually.
Oh, thanks, man.
You look a
No,
little
dude,
tired, but otherwise it looks pretty good.
I was definitely tired.
Yeah, I remember the night before. You were out there. That's a nice
I was out
tie though and
late.
everything. It was good. It's a
Oh,
good
thanks,
setup.
bro. It's red
Yeah.
and blue for Great League, man.
Is that what it
Dude,
is?
dude, there's so much thought that goes into my my fits for each of these tournaments.
But there's
It's a lot.
also wait, it's red and blue for Great League?
Yeah,
Great League is
like
red.
like like the Great League badge.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like blue with the red stripe and then the
I
white
like it,
Pokeball.
but like, who would know? Who would piece that together?
Dude, when we went to Brazil, I had a
It's a good photo.
gold green tie.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, okay.
dude,
That I like.
I'm telling you, there are levels.
I mean, I agree with you, but if you gotta explain the levels too, like I don't
Oh,
know,
come
man. It's just
on.
like explaining a joke. I tell my friend Polly all the time. He makes some jokes and he's always like explaining them after. I was Like, I appreciate
Yeah.
the effort here, but if you gotta explain it, like, I don't know if you can
Yeah.
call it a
Then
joke
the
at this
then the
point. That's just
punchline
like a
didn't land.
yeah, that's just
I
like
mean,
a tongue like a puzzle to solve instead.
yeah. Well,
But okay, I will keep a note though. Now that you've told me, I will think it through. Wait, so you have a lot of different tie combinations, right? I actually need to upgrade my wardrobe because at Vancouver I found this out too, and it's funny because I think because we were in some
Oh,
of the
yeah,
same
I was
group
gonna say,
chats.
are you gonna reveal it to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
public here?
I'll reveal it. So I posted a picture of the 4 commentators from Vancouver for Go. It's myself, Butters, Wholesome, and Phoebe, and I said there's one of us in this group has 12 suits, and the other has fewer than 12 combined, right? The 3 of us combined. And they're like, guess which one it is? And everyone, actually, most people thought it was me, right? Which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
not the case. But because I had a pocket square, I had like tie clip and everything. But I just wore like a
Yeah.
standard like black tie with a white button up and a gray suit. And
Mhm.
like my socks, I guess. I don't know. My socks are just Pokemon socks. Do you
Yeah.
have Pokemon socks, by the way?
I do not.
Where did I
Yeah.
get these from?
Are they officially licensed? Because
Yeah, they
otherwise
are.
you're
Maybe I
fired.
bought them at London. No, no, they really
Oh,
are.
yeah.
Did
Well, are
but that's
maybe
why I'm
like
asking you if you have it, because did it come in your goodie bag? You know how the commentators got goodie bags?
yeah. I
Bunch
don't
of
think I
stuff in
got
there?
any. They would be like pink and black, right? That was the theme for London?
No, no, no. They're just like standard. Like, well, you can look at my picture on Twitter. It's just like
Oh,
standard dress
okay.
socks colors. Yeah, they're like Argyle, I think, or diamond shaped.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
But they have
No,
like
I
a
don't
little
remember.
Pikachu like silhouette on them too. At some point, if you lift it high enough,
Hmm.
maybe I bought myself a pair then. Because I
Yeah,
thought
could
one of my
be.
friends bought it, but she told me she didn't. She's
These
like, I
these look like so if you haven't seen the picture, I guess we can, if you want, you can throw it up on the screen here.
yeah,
But
I'll throw
they're
it up here.
black, gray, pink. I think these are the world's colors.
Yeah, no, no. I think so. I that's why I asked you because I thought one of my friends bought it for me, but I asked her and she was like, "No, I didn't buy it for you." So that
Oh,
means that if anything, the only other place I could have got him at was at Worlds, and I don't
yeah.
remember buying it myself, but maybe I did. I still have the receipt from Worlds, so I could double check and see.
Gotcha.
I
No.
mean, maybe I buy Pokemon dress socks. I mean, it's not like out of the picture. I just didn't think I would, but they're nice though. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
just thought
definitely
maybe they
solid.
include in the goodie bag, but I was just like, how would they know that they all fit? And also, like, they're like, I mean, like, it's women can wear them too, but there's
Yeah.
generally speaking like men's dress socks, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was just like, are they going to give it to all the commentators? Like, not all the commentators are men, right? They might not all like it, but
Yeah.
maybe I just bought it myself. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember getting those. So they must
Yeah.
have been
I'm almost positive
purchased.
no one else could have gifted it to me
Yeah.
because I don't know. I'm pretty good about remembering what people gift me stuff, and there's not really too many
So
people that would.
the person with 12 suits is Phoebe, right?
No, it's Butters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, no, it's Wholesome. Yeah, Wholesome has 12
Oh, yeah.
suits. So we're talking about it in Vancouver, and
Uh,
we're just working out and stuff at the gym, hotel gym. He was telling us, he's like, yeah, he's like, I've never worn the same suit more than once at a regional. I was like, what? I was
I
like, you've
believe
done a
it.
couple by now. I was like, how do you, and it's like 2 per event, right? I was like,
Yeah.
how? He's like, dude, I have 12 suits. I was like, what? I was like, dang, like, did you just buy a lot when you started this? He's like, no, no, no. I had a couple beforehand. He said, I had about 7 beforehand. I was like, 7? You still bought
Mhm.
5 suits since starting commentating. That's still a lot. Like, buying
Yeah.
5 suits when you already had 7 to start with, like, that's that's a
To
lot of
to
suits.
be fair, though, Jim works in a pretty high profile
No, no, no.
role
He works
at a
from home.
company.
He works from
But
home.
he does, but he does like host a lot of meetings and stuff. And I'm sure he's not wearing like a t-shirt when he's on
No, no,
Zoom and stuff.
I get you, but like you have 7. I don't think you need 5 more, right? Already.
Yeah,
But he
fair,
says
fair.
him and his wife like to dress up fancy, go out for dinner and stuff. So that's like
Oh,
his
that's
kind of thing.
nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking in the back of my head, I was like, wait, what? I was like, I thought the whole point to get married is so you don't have to put like dress up
Oh,
fancy.
come on.
But maybe that's the
It's like
that's the recipe for success, you know? I mean,
now
I'm
you
not
can just let
married,
yourself
so
go, you know?
I mean, I probably wouldn't let myself go, but I probably wouldn't buy like new suits consistently. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
it's actually honestly a pretty cute idea, and like I respect him and his wife a lot for doing it, and maybe that's the way. But we'll
yeah.
see. I don't know.
This is the way,
Yeah,
Mandalorian fans
yeah.
out
For
there.
other people that are married, feel free to educate my ignorant self on such matters. But
For
um,
sure.
But yeah, I mean, especially if they're not pressuring each other, they just like to do it for fun. Then sure, right?
Yeah.
I would never be like in like a marriage and be like, you still gotta wear a nice dress every time we go out. I'd be like, whatever, you can wear whatever, right? Like, I honestly, I'd say that now too, right? Unless we're going to like a mandatory event where you have to dress up. Like,
Sure.
I personally don't care, but again, like maybe it just adds more to the
Yeah,
relationship.
I was gonna say it depends on your expectations, right? Like
Yeah,
if you're going out to a really nice restaurant or something, you just kind of hope that your significant other is on the same wavelength as you. Because if they're not, then it could be problematic.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's all good. I personally probably could use like a stylist, a personal stylist, but I got cats to take care of at the moment, so I'm not as concerned. But yeah, it's awesome with that. I do need to buy some new suits though as well, so we'll
Mhm.
see. Maybe I'll catch up. Maybe I'll catch up.
Yeah,
I have
we'll see.
3-ish, 3.5. Like one of them I just don't wear because it's like so oversized. But one of them I
Yeah,
need to just like get rid of because it's like a little oversized. So I'm gonna get another one before my next regional for sure. So you'll see a new suit.
I'm
You have a
trying to
couple,
think.
right? How
Yeah, I
so
think I've
here's the
got.
thing. What is even in the 12? Like what were they just like different patterns and stuff? Because there's only so many viable colors, right? He doesn't have
Mhm.
does he have like a dark green suit or something? Like that just seems like it'd be weird.
Yeah, I think I've got 4 full suits and then 2 jackets, and I just wear like dark pants with the jackets. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so what are your suit colors? You have a black, you have a gray, you have a dark gray,
yeah, I've got a light gray,
a dark gray.
a dark gray
Okay.
with pinstripes and a blue, like navy,
Ooh, and then a
and then the
black, right?
gray jacket and the blue jacket for Worlds.
Okay, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I need to add to my collection, but
Yeah,
we'll
I
work
mean,
on
I don't
it.
know. I don't have a tie clip or any of the other stuff that.
The tie clip's easy though. I literally use like almost the same tie clip every time. I have a couple tie clips, but that's an easy accessory to add on. Yeah. So that's and it,
Yeah,
it makes people think you got 12 suits. It makes people think you
yeah,
have 11 other
exactly.
suits, even though you don't.
Impressive.
Yeah. But it was funny. Yeah. Cause I think I remember DeFi also sent that picture to her coworkers. They all thought it was me. It's a funny
Oh
like
yeah.
thought experiment. I will say
Well,
that.
usually, okay. So you have to consider as well when somebody posts that, it kind of looks like it's unintentional flex, right? Like one of us has 12 suits, and like whoever posted the picture is usually going to brag a little bit, right?
You think
If
so?
that's,
That's the red
I,
herring though, right?
it is.
It's to
It
throw
was
you
an
off. I made the analogy. It's like a SAT question. It's never what you think the answer is at first. The
exactly, but
question.
it's like it seems implied if people don't know you, but then
Yeah,
again, if they do know you, it's like, well, maybe he's just like asking just
yeah.
unbiased.
I think if people knew me, they know that like I wouldn't do that because I'm the guy that doesn't even have a GBL pose. You know,
True,
like the
true.
the biggest flex in my opinion is no flex because like because people know, right? People already know. Like you know who I am. I don't need the pose, right? And if
Yeah,
you don't know who I am, you're about to find out in this upcoming battle, right? But
there it
you know,
is.
you don't see
Make
the
a
post coming.
statement.
Or you know who I am, you destroy me, and then you tag me on Twitter and be like, "I just big Halo." Yo, speaking of which, I almost lost to Homesize Henry earlier in Ultra League. He was running a Bastion.
Dude,
Dude,
that's the
I
life
was
of a
like
content creator to just
a,
get
a
tagged whenever you lose.
1500 Bastion, not like even maxed out to like 100% IV Bastion. Yeah, I was like, dude, I'm about to
Wild.
lose this, and I won the lead in the
Oh
backline
my
match.
god.
I know, I know. Anyway, but um. Okay, yeah, let's talk about some fashion stuff then, if while we're at it, because we heard it in the comments. But anyway, as always, thank you all for the wonderful comments and stuff. We do always
Yeah.
appreciate reading those. But for some fashion stuff too, so there were a few things that happened. I know there's a bunch of like shifting bad news, like when it fell apart too, or disbanded. They moved some of their players around. The big ones, there's some big ones. It's Axon, North America International Champion, and
Hmm.
also recently qualified for Worlds in Vancouver. Was picked up by none other than Ghost Stadium.
Yep.
Big pickup. And then they also picked up Wild Susan Boyle coming out of retirement. I don't know. He's like kind of retired club.
He's
His retirement's
it's
more
like
consistent than Felix's, right? The Nut 93's retirement.
yeah.
Because Wallace's Boyle, I think, still consistently plays the game from time to time, but just doesn't
Yeah.
do competitive stuff as much. Like, still does GBL, but not tournament stuff. But he will show up
Yeah.
once a year for like these play Pokemon tournaments. Like he did Vancouver last year. He also did Milwaukee last year too. I don't know if he did
Yeah.
NAIC.
So for Chaz, this is like I call this like the farewell tour, right?
But
Like you have
I feel
you
like
have
he
a
said he
musician.
had a farewell tour a couple times. No.
Oh, he had like, you have a musician who's really successful. They have like, some pretty good big hits. People know of them. And then they go on like one more just gangbusters tour. And then like, all right, I'm really retired. He said he's going to focus on his relationship and,
I
taking the
saw
next
that
steps in that.
on
Yeah.
Twitter, but then he's
Yeah.
back at it.
Dude, maybe he said relationships on hold for this faction cycle. Maybe that's what he
Oh
said.
man, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's one approach. I guess I'm sure he could still. I mean, you can
It's
still have a
risky.
relationship while playing factions. Like it's not like you're not like a traveling athlete, right?
I don't know.
You looking at
I'm
me?
just kidding.
What are you
I'm
looking
just
at?
kidding. I'm just kidding. At least not right now.
Yeah. But anyway, so he is. It's like a one-time thing or something. Like it was phrased kind of weird. So he's like coming out of retirement for one cycle, I guess, which is
Yeah.
like I hope they win this because this you know what this reminds me of? It's like the Lakers, right? Where they pull out
Dude,
like all
yes.
these OG players, right? I mean,
Yes.
Axon's not like old or anything, but still like they put together this like superstar roster, right? You got a
Mhm.
one cycle like recruitment from Wowzers and Boyle, right? It's like bring on like, like all the OG superstars together and
Yeah.
hopefully it goes better than it did for the Lakers. I will say that.
Yeah. It's like in the NFL, if you just like re-sign an athlete for 1 year
Mhm.
just to see like where it takes you, that's kind of the mode that they're
Yeah.
in right
Yeah. But they're big pickups for sure. They also picked up
now. Yeah.
Valiant Vish, who was also part of Bad News. But I
Mhm.
think Valiant Vish is going to be on their B squad. So
Yeah.
that's probably wild too, because Valiant Vish is pretty good. They
Dude,
put him on the B
Vish
squad.
Vish has some of the best predictive tendencies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And he just knows what charge move is coming and he's
Mhm.
so good at it. That's wild that he's on the second team.
Right. Right. Who are you going to kick off the A squad to bump him up?
Right? I guess nobody.
You might have
Are
some
you
people in
asking
mind.
me?
I don't know. I'm asking you. Yeah, I'm asking
Oh
you.
shoot. I need to look
Take
at
a
the
look
whole
at their
roster.
roster. Yeah.
Just kidding. House Stark. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, how Stark? You got someone that lost to a Spinda on that roster. I'm just saying.
He's- Dude, Stark is the captain as well. Let me see.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I guess you could change a captainship, but
You've got Arrow, House Stark, Shadow Brady, Elam, Party Marty, Rise, Magic Mason, Jangles, Wild Susan Boyle, and Axon as the new additions.
yeah.
I don't know. Did Magic Mason get moved up
He got moved
to
up. Yeah,
the
he was on the
elite
B
tier?
squad. He got
Okay.
moved up.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. Well deserved
This is
too,
pretty
right?
good. Yeah. No, absolutely. Well, to be fair, Arrow's record is almost identical to Stark's, just like the difference of 3 wins, but
Yeah.
Stark also played one more series.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Maybe our number one Empoleon victim is going to live to fight another cycle. We'll see.
Yeah. But either way, that's going to be their locked in team for this cycle. So we'll see. It's going to be
Yeah,
interesting. Um,
it's going to be good.
but yeah, some other shifts around. I think Hilda Clash went to Elite TMs. You know Hilda Clash.
Mhm.
I first learned about Hilda Clash through GBLA.
Yes, same.
One of the show 6 open like the Play Pokemon series GBLA. I remember because
Yes.
you all hosted one where you do show 6. I was like, oh wow. But has Hilda Clash played in any like actual official tournaments?
That's a really good question. I don't think I've seen his name come up. He's European based, right?
I don't
EU
know.
based?
I mean, Hilda Clash sounds like a European name, but I don't know. It could be anything.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I don't know if it says on his Twitter or not. But anyway, so that's a pretty solid pickup for them. And then I feel like some other stuff moved around. Oh, Onion Frank is on Pogoats.
Okay.
And yeah, so there's probably some other shakeups here or there. Oh, and then Quaza ended up going to Northeast Battlers. I thought they were going to Final Boss, but Quaza ended up going to Northeast
Mhm.
Battlers, which actually I'm battling him this week in the Ultra League
Oh,
slot.
nice.
Yeah,
So
dude, I was trying to
so
battle
he'll,
Kaiser. I was like, Kaiser dodged me. He's not even playing this week. Trying to
dude,
battle my friend Kaiser. He plays Ultra League
he
almost exclusively.
he 100% dodged you. Hilda Clash is US based. I just checked
Okay.
his Twitter.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that should be a pretty good squad. And then let's not forget Cool Cats, my team. We got a good
Cool
pickup too. I'm
Cats.
just saying. I'm just
Uh-huh.
saying. People talk about all these other big names. Don't forget us here. We picked up Allen 716, I believe is the number. Which,
Yes, correct.
if you don't know, he is the senior world's runner-up. Only lost to Emi Weedle.
Mhm.
And on top of that, he was pretty good when you all had the Road to Worlds tournament. Was the winner of Road to Worlds. Beat out a
Yes,
lot of people. Everyone, actually, really.
everyone.
And honestly, from a commentator perspective, because we see so many people battle, I feel like we all have like a pretty good tier list of people in these tournaments, in my opinion. But
Agreed.
maybe that's just me. But and Allen, in my opinion, is one of the best players I've seen, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Because I think
Mhm.
like his gameplay is just incredible. And we just approached him and said, "Hey, would you like to try it out?" He's never done Silph before, and he said, "I'm happy to try it." It'll be great. And he's from
So
Japan as well. So it's DFA. Shoot, half our teams will be Japanese soon.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're pulling some of the best trainers in the world from Japan as well,
Yeah,
which is crazy. So
yeah.
I'll do a brief
Imported
recap
talent.
here.
Yeah.
Dude, this is actually gonna shock you.
Uh-huh.
All right. I don't think
Okay.
you're ready for this.
Oh,
So I actually did a recap
shocking.
of of Road to Worlds, and Alan right here in round 1, he beat a trainer named Spartan.
Okay.
Round 2, he beat, I don't know if you've ever heard of this guy. I don't know if this is somebody, people are familiar with. He beat Dancing Rob 2-1 in round 2.
Oh,
And then he
okay.
2-0'd JBG Winston.
JBG
And
is
then
really good too. Yeah.
JBG's quite good. Then he beat JB Yang. Then he
JB
beat
Yang's great
Dialab.
too. All the JBs.
Then
Did
he
he beat
beat our
Justin
recent
Bieber next?
then then he beat our recent Vancouver champion Dialab. And then Dialab beat Status Stan to reset, or excuse me, to make it back to the grand finals. And Alan 3-0 Dialab in the grand finals. So Alan, top tier.
Top tier, dude. I'm telling
Top tier.
y'all, man. This is a
This was
great
a
pickup.
this was a
Y'all
year ago,
ain't ready. Yeah, and he's only gotten better.
dude.
Well, I don't know if he's gotten better. He's already pretty good, but he got a year older at least. Yeah, yeah.
It's
He
true.
was
It's
in the
true. More
senior
more
division.
experienced.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And honestly, very humble player and super nice too, right? Like I know like his English probably not like all the way up there, but he's using translator and discussing with us and stuff too. And like we're showing him the ropes. So he'll be making his debut this first week in faction. So
Woo!
we shall see. We shall
Let,
see. It's gonna
let's
be a good
go.
time against NEB. Um, but yeah, so that's the factions update from stuff. I'm sure there's been a lot of other pickups too. So my apologies if I missed your name or missed your team or something, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
comment and let us know. We'll cover it next time,
yeah, maybe we do like a factions corner. Who knows? We'll see.
dude.
If people are interested, if people aren't interested, then well, it is what it is. Speaking of people making debut in factions, Manning's also debuting in factions this week too. Yeah,
Very
he's
cool.
playing in North America, I think bronze tier or something. But funny enough, he's battling against Z Zwilus. So I'm like,
Oh,
wow,
dude,
EU showdown in North America. What the
small world.
odds? Yeah, right. Yeah, imported talent everywhere.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
Anyway, outside that, Vancouver recap. I mean, overall, it was a great time. You know, there were some internet issues on day one, but outside that, it went pretty well. The battles, I would say, across the board were pretty top notch, right? Like the
Oh
talent we saw
yeah,
on stream, like there weren't
dude.
there weren't really any like really like you know like you could tell someone that's like super inexperienced, right? So that might be a good job of like judges and stuff and people picking up the right people for stream, but
Mhm.
overall it was a good time too. What was it like as a viewer too? Because I think you were watching a lot of this stuff too, right?
Oh, dude, I just have to agree. There were definitely some stream issues at the beginning, some network problems with the venue, and it was kind of tough because you guys had to fill for so long, and then Jim and Phoebe had
Yeah.
to fill for so long,
Well, me and Butters
and
kind of had it easy. It was really just Jim and Fee for the most part.
yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you get your payback from Worlds, because
Yeah,
Worlds
no,
was
no,
so
for
bad.
sure. I remember Wholesome was like, dude, like honestly, I know like we didn't choose the pairings, but I'm really grateful that I got paired with Phoebe because we can like banter for a long time. And I was like,
Yes.
dude, I'm really grateful you're paired with Phoebe and doing all that stuff too, because me and Butters could just chill. We're just watching.
But it felt like there were some weights, but then when the matches did come on, they were so good. Like you said, it wasn't like there were many blowouts. There wasn't a mismatch anywhere. It was very close, And not only were they close, but they were actually very skill intensive too.
Yeah.
Right. It's probably one of the more fun regionals to watch this entire season.
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, we saw a peekaboo shadow ball catch on a Diggersby. Like when that happened,
Dude.
I was so glad me and Butters got to commentate that one too because we love a good peekaboo. And
Peekaboo.
dude, that's gonna be great. Yeah, I can't believe I really think Butters just came up with that term, which is
No,
just
I think so
hilarious.
too.
Yeah,
Like on the top of
is
his head.
isn't that so cool though? Like just think about it. Like I know like Go's been around for a couple years and then PvP's been around for a couple years, but like we're still so early in the esports stage of Go and
Yes.
of this game that like you could literally coin terms that will last for decades potentially, right? Like
Yes.
literally imagine like 10 years from now that play happens and someone said, "Oh my gosh, it's a peekaboo play," right? Which if you think about it, dates all the way back to whenever Butters came up with it and when we were using it so early on, right? Like it just
Yes.
catches on. Because who knows? Like some like the EU casters, they might not call it peekaboo, but when the two in here, they hear us say it, they might be like, "Oh, I'm gonna just call it peekaboo too," right?
Dude,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I think people need to understand as well, like, we've been PvPing since 2018,
Mhm.
and Sylph has been there for the community in a grassroots sense, but at the same time, like, even if we had 20 or 40,000 people signed up for Sylph at its peak, we're still, like, very small compared to what this could be.
Mhm.
So, a lot of people are watching it for the first time, right?
Yeah.
So, again, we're really creating history with each of these streams, which is
Mhm.
really, really cool, and it's tough to, like, remember mentally, right? Because for us, we've been doing this for years, but for the new folks, this is brand new.
Mhm. Exactly. Exactly.
So
So it's yeah, it's a good time, and it was a great time in Vancouver as well too. And congrats again to Dialab, who was dude,
dude,
character man. Let me just say,
dude, he's so much fun.
his pop off. He was like dancing and stuff, like in the grand finals, like. But also his pop up
Dude.
when he beat Jamar in the first game, dude, that was so funny. Butters literally walked away from backstage like to
Uh,
like grab water or something because he thought the game was over. And he comes back, I was like, dude, you missed like the pop off after he's like, he won. I was
oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, you gotta watch this.
Dude, that's the thing too. Like I saw some people, it was really divided in Twitch chat, right? I can give you that perspective because you were actually
Oh yeah,
there. You
yeah, I
weren't
did see
watching the
that. Yeah.
stream. But dude, half the people in Twitch chat were like, he's so rude. He needs to be more composed. And the other half of the people were like, let's go, Eddie, pop off. Like, pop off again. Do it, do it.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
and I just love it, right? Like
I love it.
a lot of people have criticisms of like the NFL and the touchdown celebrations and stuff. And
Yeah.
they've changed the rules over the past years. But I love a good touchdown celebration, man. It's
Yeah.
so much fun.
It just like adds character to the
Yes.
event. It's like when Kaiser did the "You Can't See Me" thing, right? Which
Oh,
might not be
dude.
like brand friendly because it's like WWE, but still, like it was so funny, right? It was so good, and like that's like it just adds so much character to these. I get some people don't like the showboating as much and stuff, and like honestly, I don't know if I'd ever do it because that's just like not my kind of thing. But it is funny to watch. I don't know. It's just like in
I
my
think it's
opinion, that's like
entertaining.
harmless fun. It's
Yeah.
honestly, it's kind of like BMing in some ways, right? Like some people don't like BMing, like our friend Dijon don't like BMing and stuff. Where like he's the one that sparked that whole thing. But I think it could be kind of fun in the right manner, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
almost feel like the pop off stuff is even more harmless than the BMing stuff because the pop off is
No,
just like you're just
absolutely.
celebrating whatever, no big deal, right? BMing's like you're like purposely trying less, right, in a game just because you're so far ahead. I'd rather have
Yeah.
someone dance across the thing from me and after like overheating my Trevenant than I don't know throwing a last resort at my Trevenant, but
It's all about, like, intention, right? Like, you can pop off if you're making good plays, you can
yeah,
celebrate if you're making good plays, but if you do something to, like, again, insult or demean your opponent, then it becomes a little bit of a gray area.
yeah, I think
I
I
think
think the
a
pop offs are fine because like, it doesn't delay the
yeah,
game, right? Like,
yeah,
BMing just to, like, snarl down or something after, just, like, that feels
yeah,
a little weird.
that's literally saying to your opponent, like, "You were inadequate, and I'm better than you, and I'm
By
gonna,
this
like, show
much.
everybody just how far ahead I am,"
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I mean,
So,
man, I
it's
missed some
different.
opportunities in San Diego for sure on that. The one
But
BM
it's
that I
not your
really could have
style.
done is I could have stone edged, Gucci Gang's Medicham instead of flamethrowing it,
Oh, yeah,
but
sure.
the look on his face, he was, like, so, like, upset
Dude,
already. I was like, "I'm not gonna do
yeah.
that to him."
Yeah.
I just went straight for the
Literally
flamethrower.
literally everyone that pairs against Bastiodon was That's how they look all the time in GBL.
Now, if I was battling Tho on stream, that might be a different story, you know? I mean, this man was in
Yeah.
his feels about Bastion last week, and
Yeah, true.
dude, I get it. Dude,
Hey, man.
honestly, almost all my Bastion teams are weak to Bastion, and all my GBL teams are typically weak to Bastion. Just make it work, man. I ain't complaining on Twitter. Like I ran a Noctowl Sableye Umbreon team. Nothing really beats Bastion on that team either. No
Yeah,
problem, yo.
fair.
No problem. I beat plenty still.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe he's running like A9 Charizard
Yeah,
process or
something like that.
something weird. Yeah. I mean, that's your fault. Like what you expect. Like that's the whole point. You have checks in the meta, so you can't run stupid teams like that. Like what you want to just steamroll a team with some OP team with no checks. Like, come on now. Come on now. Anyway,
For sure. But dude,
overall, it was a fun time.
how's your I was gonna ask how your experience was. You have fun casting with Butters again?
Yeah, it was good. Dude, honestly, I just been always casting with Butters for the most part, right? Though I've only not casted Butters twice. Once was with you at USC the first time around,
Yeah.
which was still a great time, and then the other
Mhm.
time was with Gabby in Arlington, which still was a great time too. But that was the only time.
Yeah.
And actually, the funny part is the only two people I casted briefly with outside of Butters at another tournament when we had to switch off a lot was at NEIC, and that was also with you and Gabby
Yeah.
because it was
Yeah,
with
true.
NEIC, right? I briefly casted with Gabby there, I briefly casted with you, and then the rest was with Butters. So,
Yeah.
but it's fun though. It's always fun. We had great chemistry, and it's always great to see him and stuff too. We had
Mhm.
we almost had a romantic dinner on Friday night. So we show up right, and we're trying to get dinner, and he wanted to eat dinner a little bit earlier, so I know Jim and Phoebe and
Yeah.
some other people had different plans for later dinner. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll eat with you earlier," because I know Butters had to actually leave early on Sunday because his wife's birthday, and so he had to come back early for it. So I wasn't able to hang out with him Sunday. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll spend some time with
Yeah.
you Friday." So we go to this Korean restaurant, and we're waiting in line. Like the line's like down the hallway, right? Like down a stairwell. So
Oh
we're
shoot.
waiting, and we're like, "Man, how long is this placement?" So we go up to ask, and this one guy is his customer. He's sitting at the in front of the reception like bar area, and we're
Mm.
like trying to figure out like who to ask. And he's like, "Oh, sorry, like you should scan this behind me." He's sitting in front of the sign that says scan this QR code to be put on the wait list. We've been sitting around for like 20, 30 minutes waiting, and this guy's trolling everyone, right? By sitting in front of the sign. So we scan it. We're like number ninth in line, and the people at the restaurant were like, "Yeah, it's going to take a while." So we just did
Dude.
go instead. So we waited only like 15 minutes for it to go. But otherwise, like, me and Buzz, we had this Korean restaurant. We've been chilling, hanging out and stuff for a couple hours, but instead we just took it back to a hotel and stuff.
Yeah. That's a little bit brutal, but yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I swear, people. It's like the same people in like a Walmart or a Kroger or whatever, any grocery store, and they just like park their cart just in the middle of the aisle. It's like the people that
Oh,
just don't
dude.
give a crap about anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah. At least you could go around it. We didn't even know the sign even existed.
True,
I was
true,
like, "What are
dude.
we doing?" But
That's
Vancouver's great though.
awful.
It was the first ever regional where we've had a repeat location for Go. Right? Think about it. Think about it.
Well, Milwaukee's coming up.
And Milwaukee is coming out. Milwaukee would be the second.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indy,
First ever
Milwaukee, and Vancouver.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't get an Indianapolis to start the season.
No.
We did Baltimore instead.
Yeah, and we'll have Fort Wayne in Indiana this time around,
Mm.
which is shaping up to have a decent amount of players. I think there's 77 at the moment,
Very
and there's like
nice.
I think 70 something for Charlotte as well, which come up in 2 weeks.
Ooh,
Maybe we'll see some
nice.
slow bros, slow king, Galarian slow bro.
We'll
I
see.
don't know.
We'll
We'll
see.
see. I mean, Medicham is good, but like it's still big.
Yeah,
I
I
actually
mean,
slow bro could be pretty good against Swampert too. It's going to hard Lucia Trev though. That's a problem.
and Sable,
Water.
dude, it's like
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
gonna get creamed
Yeah,
by the
I was gonna play more
ghosts,
to RPS, especially if you're running the water gun variant. Good luck against Lantern.
dude. I don't know. It seems tough to bring. I mean, it's cool. I think it'll be good in GBL. I'm not sure if it'll be that good in competitive yet.
Yeah, definitely make some though. You never know.
Yeah,
You never know.
I'm more excited for the Galarians, but that's just me.
Yeah, no, those would be good for sure. They don't completely wall off the Metachamp, but it's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. And we got some events coming up though, so let's get into that. Unless you have anything else to say about this stuff. No.
No. I thought the Vancouver stream was great. Congratulations to Dialab and our runner-up, it's Axon. Both of those gentlemen qualifying for Worlds. It's going to be a really freaking stacked Worlds in Yokohama, dude.
Mm-hmm. Sure
Oh man.
is, and we got more people to fill it out. So I'm curious to see how it's going to go.
Yep.
But that being said, let's cover some of the events here. This is a pretty good one. A Team Go Rocket is coming back here. It's going to be a Let's Go event, and they said Professor Will's research is running wild. Literally, we have Pansage, Panseer, and Panpower appear in the wild all over the world. Which honestly, for me, I don't really care much because at these regionals, they're all over the place in the region. I don't know why the elemental monkeys are the thing,
I
but
don't know either.
I
Seems
am
random.
slowly building up the XLs for all of them. I have the XLs for Panpower and Pansage. I just need Panseer. And once I have enough XLs, I could theoretically run all 3 elemental monkeys in Ultra League XLs.
Triple monkey.
That's like a long-term project with literally no payoff because I'm just gonna straight up be donating elo there. But oh my gosh, my cat's like sitting on top of the window. What is going on here? Dude, let me see if I
Oh
can turn
man.
my camera here so you can see it.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Let's see what's going on. Oh,
Dude, look at
how's
this.
she perched up there?
Dude, magic, man. Cats are just wild.
Wow.
She lives in
That
like a
reminds me of like
cat in a cave.
it reminds me of like the goats who stand on the side of a cliff.
I saw a video of that recently, actually, on Instagram.
Oh
They
my
be climbing
goodness.
like walls that have like literally like a centimeter of like ledge. It's wild.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't know how they do it.
insane.
Yeah,
But yeah, cute.
that's fine. She's safe. It's not the window's not open. But anyway, for our YouTube listeners, you're gonna be able to see that. Anyway, let's go into this event now that we are here. Anyway, so the Let's Go events, Meltan will be making an appearance. So it's going to be starting on Tuesday, March 21st, and that's just 6 days away. Is there an event going on right now, or we just have no event right now? There's no
I
event
think
right
there
now, right?
is there is something going on right now, but
What
it's
is going
not
on right now?
too exciting. Dude, we had regular average spawns for like 2 days and then another event started.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay if there's no event coming up right now. There's no event right now, but I don't know if there's going to be one starting tomorrow. But yeah, so this will be 21st, 10 a.m. until Wednesday, full week actually, a little over a week, which is nice. On March 29th, and Meltan. So with the mystery box too, you can obtain Pokemon from Pokemon Home or Switch or whatever. So you don't need a Switch anymore or Let's Go game to get it. Just use Pokemon Home. If you don't know how to do that, download Pokemon Home. You can figure it out. Send it over or Google it. By the way, I don't want to discuss all that, but you could encounter shiny Meltan, which is pretty nice, and increased chance of finding extra small or extra large Meltan during event. I'm personally not like a big size person, but how you feel?
I think it's just it's a fun thing to collect. There's like that tiny shot of dopamine, right? When you're like, oh, this one's tiny, and then or this one's huge. Okay. And then I always end up like transferring mine anyway, so
Okay, so
I
you
don't
don't
care.
collect them. You know who does collect
Nah.
them? Take a guess.
Who?
They're a commentator.
Wait for Go?
Oh, that's a good follow-up question. Not for Go.
Oh, okay. Oh, dude, it's got to be either Chip or Boo. What? What is that face?
Oh no, I'm just waiting for you to give your final
Oh,
answer
okay,
here.
okay. Dude, it's got to be Boo. It's
Yeah,
got to
that's
be.
true. Yeah, Frosty
Oh,
Caribou.
okay.
She we were doing trades at the restaurant for our castle dinner, and she was like showing me
Yeah.
her like XXL and like extra small, and I was like, what the heck? You collect these? She's like, yeah, dude. I was like, I mean,
Oh my
I get
God.
it. You just gonna run out of stuff like space soon.
Yeah. What a nerd, man. What a nerd.
Right. What a geek. But anyway, she might hear this actually. She said she heard
Yeah.
she listened to the mum being episode. We talked about
Oh,
that.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to flame her at least once an episode.
Yeah, I actually got a dude. We're trading, and she just needed like more Meditite and Metasham for like just more XLs. And
Yeah.
she's been grinding, dude. She's at 9,999 Metacham Meditite energy for Megas because she's been raiding
Oh
all of them.
my
And she's like, "Am I
goodness.
almost done soon?" I was like, "How much XL she has?" She's like, 150. I was like, Go, you got a while to go. You need 296, man.
I would say, is she mega evolving her Medicham while she does her
That's
Medicham
what I told her.
rates?
I was like, if you're not doing it, you should have mega because you get more
Yeah,
chance for XLs, right?
yeah,
So she's
yeah.
like, yeah, I should probably start doing that. But yeah, she's literally capped on Metacham energy. But we did some trades back and forth
Yikes.
and stuff, and we got one lucky trade, and she gave me a Metacham from it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, watch this be a hundo. And I appraise it 100%.
Lundo,
I literally
Lundo, right?
called it. Yeah, I wasn't flogging at that, but I literally called it. I was like, yo, it's
Dude.
actually it. Lucky hundo. It's actually funny enough, it's my first ever hundo Metacham. So it was the one I mega evolved right
What?
away. Yeah, I have a 98, but that's it. I don't have a hundo. Yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah. That's like one of the weird
Interesting.
ones. Yeah, but I got one. Yeah, I was going to just evolve my 98 for the mega, but that works too. Anyway, we got the elemental monkey spawning in the wild. I just need a few more for that Panseer, and then, dude, if you ever see me run that team, dude, what?
I
Yo,
got
Speedy keep
4.
holding to the camera here. He's showing off 4 hundo metatites.
Yeah,
Wait, do you have any hundo
Easy.
metacham?
No, I haven't evolved them yet.
Oh, okay. I was just curious if you had like more or not.
No, that's it.
And then there'll be a Ditto change up here. Ditto will be appearing in different Pokemon in the wild. You could potentially get a shiny if you're lucky. A bunch of things that could turn Ditto, like Diglett, Grimer, Snubbull, Corphish, Starly,
Yeah,
Rock'n'Roll,
lots of Dittos.
Tympole, Litleo. Corphish is nice for the wild spawns, guy. I'm trying to make an Ultra League XL Crawdon. Probably pretty
Oh,
bad. I mean,
nice.
all the crabs and crustaceans are just pretty underwhelming, right?
Yeah,
They have that crab hair, but it's just.
I will say people should be grinding these Grimers. Well, I guess it's a Ditto transformation, but there will be Grimers in the wild.
Yeah.
And that's for the something we'll talk
XLs?
about in a few minutes. No.
Oh, yes. Well, that's a different kind of Grimer, but yes.
Candies still work, right?
Candies do, yes. Let's compare candies, actually. I'm curious. Event bonuses. Reduce waiting time for opening the mystery box, which is pretty nice. So you can open the Meltan boxes even longer. Meltan boxes, the benefit is you don't have to walk around to catch them. So you can
Yes,
just
every 1 minute.
Chill. Yeah, every 1 minute. And I've been doing, hold on, I've been saying I've been doing, I should be doing them. I did one recently because I need to find another one because I want to build one with double Iron Bash and one without. And during this season, you could do that, right? So
For which league or for every league?
for everything, really. Yeah, if I can, right? Because
Dude.
during this event with the and shout out to Queen Carla actually for the ticket, but she gifted me the Meltan like event ticket, whatever. So for the duration of the season, anytime you evolve a Meltan, it gets double Iron Bash. So that's why I'm trying to get one.
Oh,
For the season,
nice.
right? Yeah. So this event
That's
actually
sick.
ties in perfectly. You also get
So,
2
dude, we
times.
need-
Two times candy for transferring Pokemon for the whole event.
Dude.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, like I'm already tagging stuff to transfer, right? Because I missed out on the 4x or whatever it was, 3x.
I mean, you
whatever.
had some to transfer, right? But it's not as much.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I'm curious. We should compare our Meltans because I feel like I've caught a lot and I still do not have a single hundo.
Oh, I have one hundo. I have a hundo
One?
and I have a rank 1 Ultra League. My Great League ones aren't as good.
Okay.
But I got like, yeah, I got really lucky with my early like I've had these for a while too.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I've had the rank 1 Melmetal I think before XLs dropped.
Okay.
So I remember I was using I ran like an Umbreon Escavalier Melmetal line to hit the leaderboards one season. Yeah. It was when XLs
Yes,
just
dude.
dropped. So like I was like slowly building up the XLs for the Umbreon. And you're like, how do you beat a Machamp? I was like, dude, you could beat the Machamp actually. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Because you just steamroll with like the double seal some back once you clear out the Machamp. But
yeah,
it was fun for sure.
Yeah, actually true. But dude, I've caught 2,746 Meltans, not a single hundo.
What?
Dude.
The problem is you can't swap them. You can't like mass trade.
Yeah,
them.
you
like
can't
special
re-roll them.
trades. That's
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, you know who's
Dude,
gonna love
Jimma
this event
Banks-
though? Whoever was
Jimma
that
caught
dude.
even more than me.
Who does Jimma?
Yeah.
Jimma Banks.
But go ahead, Jimma Banks. Go ahead with your point.
Oh no, all I was gonna say is you know who's gonna love this Meltan event?
Who?
That guy that's on that race for most.
Oh my goodness, dude!
Who was?
I don't remember who that was.
I don't know, but I just remember they used rare candy XLs. Dude, that was wild. It wasn't regular rare candies.
Makes me cringe.
That was like one of our earliest podcasts. I feel like.
Yeah, I think it was. I think we were flaming that person all the way back then.
Yeah, I don't think they listen to podcasts. If they do, you should be grateful we bring you up every couple months.
It's gonna add to that celebrity status for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, there's a bunch of things spawning in the wild here. like the stuff we mentioned. Also, if you're lucky, Trubbish is in the wild, extra dust.
Yes.
Galarian Stumpfist, pretty nice. Just for new trainers, right? Getting those XLs, and I still don't have a shiny Galarian Stumpfist. I was with my friend Lynn, and she called a Shundo in front of me. I
What,
was like, yeah,
dude?
I was like, dude, what? Yeah, she's like,
Ultra League
that's
Shundo Fisk.
right.
Oh my god,
And then Gumi is also in the wild too.
Gumi's cool,
So, yeah. And then raids, we got Lugia.
dude. I'm going hard for Lugia here. I need
I
the
do too because
XLs.
I don't know. I need the XLs and I don't have a hundo. I want to get
Okay,
some more shinies
nice.
to reroll because I'm like running out of shinies to reroll people. People are like, what do you have for shinies for like Lucky Friends? I was like, I got like a shiny Entei. And I legit, I'm about to swap a shiny Entei because I have nothing else to swap for Lucky Friends. Incarnate Form Thundurus, yikes! That'll be
Yeah.
starting on Tuesday the 21st to the 28th is.
Yeah.
Oh, Lugia doesn't start until March 28th. So it's still some time there.
That's it's a little
Yeah,
rough.
a little later, but it's fine. And yeah, they still put Lugia first in the graphics because they know that's what people care about.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and then Mega Raids, we got Mega Venusaur, and then we got Mega Alakazam. Mega Alakazam will be during Lugia week to pair up the sidekicks. And yeah,
Dude.
research tasks. You encounter the elemental monkeys. Like, who cares?
Dude, you know what I always forget?
What?
For every spotlight hour, I always forget to do a mega.
What?
Every time.
Oh,
I
that's
always
the thing.
forget.
Yo, I'm Mega for Raid Hour.
That's okay. That makes sense because those legendary candies are so much more valuable,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I should have mega evolved a Venu for Rowlet Hour, but I just forgot.
yeah. I didn't even do Rally Hour.
Wow. I just want the 296 XLs. I'm
Yeah, no, that's
close.
fair. That's fair. I just figured they're gonna have a community day eventually, right?
Yeah,
But
true.
yeah, that's probably just in case you
Unless
need it.
unless Rowlet gets or excuse me, unless Decidueye gets like Shadow Claw or something. Unfortunately, it always seems like it's going to be mid.
Yeah,
But
even with Shadow Claw. I mean, it's definitely not gonna
well,
have any play in open, right? But with Premiere.
with its Shadow Claw Frenzy Plant would be gross.
Oh yeah. But you have to wait for the friend spit to come out, right? For community day.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, other than that, nothing too wild here. Some random ticketed stuff, but it's just nothing too wild. But here's where it gets interesting.
Dude, this is it.
Here's where it gets interesting. Let me mark this down too, because it's gonna be another Rocket takeover. And let's just say this came up actually way sooner than I thought it would.
Yeah,
Because I feel like we just had the last one right before Orlando, right? So it's like like a month away, but I do appreciate it. Save Shadow Regice. No thanks. No, I'm just saying. No thanks. I was supposed to save the Shadow Registeel, but I think there's like some workarounds around this. I need to like figure it out. But there's some workarounds where you can like avoid forcing you to do the research. But I need to figure it out because I don't want a Shadow Regice, right? I mean, the minimum IVs for this is like a 5 or something, right? Like I don't like the best you get is like a 5, 15, 15 Regice. And like when has Regice been useful? Right? Registeel at least some play? I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, Shadow Regice. I'm trying to figure out a way to skip it, but bank the Super Radar. But also more Team Go Rocket Rockets will be around, so that's always nice. And it'll be from Saturday to Wednesday. So
okay.
that'll be so it'll be in preparation for the Fort Wayne regional. So that'll be the first time where we can see some of the stuff too. Because it starts on Saturday the 10th, but that will be during Charlotte Regional, and that already been started, so you can't register stuff. But we might see some slight meta shifts here. Obviously, you can use your charge TM to get rid of frustration, but new Shadow Pokemon will be spawning as well as their leaders, which I'm ready for that because I'm tired of these leaders, right? Like I
Me
want a
too.
Shadow Nidoran. Like what? Like Beldum's like okay, but like I'm okay not having a hundo like Shadow Metagross, and then same thing with
Me too.
but different shadows here, so they'll be good. Hopefully they bring back Sableye, but we'll see. Just like regular stops. I think there might be for a certain reason, right? So in addition, Team Go Rocket has also turned the following Pokemon into Shadow Pokemon and defeat Go Rockets to save them. So this is a first, because typically speaking, you can't get a Shadow Shiny from a Grunt. You can only get from the leaders.
True.
But switching it up. Shadow Alolan Grimer, Shadow Fanfi, Shadow Trico, Shadow Torchic, and Shadow Drifloon. These are pretty interesting. I like the Drifloon one. It's been definitely dropped off quite a bit since
Yeah.
what is it? Just Registeel buff? I'm not even sure what's really
Um,
killed it, but
since I think the introduction of Trevenant also didn't help because you had
Tremor
just the
doesn't
ultimate ghost. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, it just outpaces. And Jellicent too is like super bulky too, like
Yeah.
so and can bait you with Bubble Beam and stuff. I think also getting Zapcan on Registeel made it tough because you just like
Yes.
get one shot. Before like Flash Can, you could live it and so like just throw Shadow
Mhm.
Balls. Like you kind of go even almost, right? But yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
But I really liked Drifblim back in the day. It
Me
was pretty
too.
fun.
Is part of one of my favorite teams. It's actually Jingle's team with the Obstagoon, Hypno, Safe Switch, and the Drift Blim. It's actually
Oh,
a lot of
dude.
fun.
Yeah,
Dude, it's a
nothing is
throwback.
relevant on that team besides the Obscure these days, and even that's a stretch. Yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe we could bring
fair.
it back though. Shadow Alolan Grimer, that's gonna be interesting because Shadow Alolan Muk has some really interesting matchups. I saw like a screenshot somewhere where it was pre-nerf Poison
PV
Fang.
Poke.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I think both pre-nerf Poison Fang. Shadow Nidoqueen only wins one more battle than or one more like meta relevant matchup than Shadow Alolan Muk. Obviously, you're baiting with like Poison Aspray a lot, but still.
Yeah,
Um, so almost at almost at the level of old Shadow Nidoqueen. So pretty nice.
dude.
Shadow Fanphy, like, we'll see. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not really surprised,
It's
but I'm not that impressed by it.
it's
But
one of my
you know,
favorite it's one of my favorite designs. So I'm actually like looking at the Sims now.
yeah.
Apparently somehow it picks up Shadow Charizard.
What?
I don't
What
know.
is it even throwing at it? Like, is there? It doesn't like Rock
Straight
Tomb, does it? Body
straight body
Slam.
slam, I
Um,
guess. Yeah.
Charizard's pretty frail though. So
Yeah. He beats Deoxys and Mandibuzz.
what?
It picks
How
up
does it beat
Scrafty.
Deoxys? It's running
Dude.
Charm. How's it beat
No,
Deoxys?
it's got counter. I guess you bait body slam and land an earthquake. I guess that's how you do it.
That's because you resist all the charges besides Psycho Boost. So
Yeah.
actually, I'm not surprised by that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know. It could be interesting. I might build one, just for fun.
Don't get Butters on that, man. He about mislead people. People gonna bring Shadow Dawnfin and lose at regionals too.
Oh my god. It's so good. Believe me.
Yeah, Shadow Trico, that could be interesting. It's not like super Sceptile's not super strong in general, but it could be interesting
Yeah.
in some niche metas and matchups. Shadow Blaziken is kind of interesting. And the
It's
good part
interesting
is
in
you don't
Ultra.
really want you don't really want Blast Burn on it anyway, because it just takes way too much.
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting in Ultra. I don't know. It could be interesting. I wouldn't write that one off. I think it's still pretty spicy to use, but I think it might be almost akin to like a Shadow Charizard in some ways. Like in the right matchups, it
Yeah.
could really steamroll teams.
Shadow Blaziken's supposed to pick up Trevenant in the ones, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, because one Blaze Kick will take it out, right? I think
Yeah.
before it doesn't, so
Exactly.
that's pretty nice. And then Shadow Drifloon, we'll see how that goes. But these are pretty cool shadows. Honestly, I'm just excited to be able to TM stuff away. I'm glad I didn't make my
Same.
Shadow Lone Ninetales because I found a slightly better one. But also, I'm still trying to find a better Shadow Lone Ninetales. Dude, my friend Palmer's up. He does one Shadow Vulpix stop.
Yeah.
And he gets like a rank 3 or something. Dude, I was
Dude.
so pissed when I saw that. I was like,
So
what the heck?
unfair. It's what I'm looking for, honestly, first the Vulpix, but secondly, I also want a better Shadow Steelix. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to get one before this rotation ends.
Yeah, Shadow Steelix could be good.
Yeah.
All right. And then we got, standard 12-kilometer eggs. Nothing's really changed from that pool at all.
Nope.
And all research tasks awarding a mysterious component will be available too. So it'll be good. It'll be a good time, I think. It'll be shortly after Charlotte, but before the what do you call it? Before
For Fort Wayne.
Yeah. So it should be a good time. I'll definitely be grinding out and getting some stuff. Hopefully Shadow Vulpix is still in stops because I did not get a good enough one yet.
Same.
I did not
All
get
mine
a
are
good
attack weighted and garbage.
Yeah. So there's
But
that.
dude, like you said, I'm excited for the Team Go Rocket event. I think we're also seeing a theme here. We got Registeel. Now we have Regice. Regirock has to be the next one. So hopefully in a couple
Rock might
months.
be actually useful.
Yes, I think it is actually pretty good.
Wait, Ho-Oh is here for another 7 days?
Yeah, it's here for 2 weeks.
Go, dude. I was like stressed. I was like, dude, I still need to do like 35 more. I need to do 35 more, right? To max out my hundo, my shundo. Oh, all right. We chilling. I mean, I'm still going to do raid hour today, but yeah, I'm feeling good. All right. That's some great news there. I probably should do a few more Meditite Mega Suits. I haven't done one. So
Oh yeah.
I mean,
It's like the
haven't done
low
it.
plenty thing, man. You gotta You got to grind them
I mean,
out.
I do have enough to evolve one at least. It's fairly cheap. It's only one to
Oh,
evolve the first one, so I'm okay there.
oh,
But
okay.
I should probably do some more. So I'm not like starved. Like I'm like waiting for the countdown, the progress every time. The poor man's
Gotcha.
method. Anyway, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It should be good. Like I know we like talk a lot about like how Niantic like is like not doing great and stuff like that, but they're like I like looking on the bright side, like these kind of events are cool, right? Like it's
Yeah.
nice. Like yeah, we didn't get the meta change we wanted from the update, but like Shadow Alone in the Mud could be interesting, right? Shadow
Yeah.
Blaziken could be interesting, and
Yeah.
like with the Slowpoke community, like there could be some slight changes here or there. I mean, you got Bruxish that's just like tearing through Psychic Up, which just seems like a trash meta, but hey, at least it's different than last time around. So
Dude, there's so many different levers Niantic can pull, right? They can introduce new Pokemon. They can make something shadow. They can give moves to something during like a Go Battle Day or a special event. So the season change is just like the primary lever we look at, but there are lots of like smaller levers they can use throughout the season, and
yeah,
I'm so glad they're using them now because I was really like in crisis mode looking at another 3 months of knocked
right,
out Lantern Trevenant. So
right, dude. I mean, if it was me, like just turn all the levers on, right? Except
yeah,
for the
yeah,
Surf
exactly.
Lantern lever. That one should have just stayed off. That lever should not even been built. That's all I'm
Should be collecting cobwebs. Yeah.
saying. Yeah, yeah. But anyway. So Go Battle League, how's that going for you?
Dude, it's going well.
Oh wait, real quick. How much Grimer candy do you have?
Oh yeah, let's
I mean,
compare.
I don't think you really need XLs for it. You need an XL for the Grimer, the Shadow Grimer,
Yeah.
but not like a muck for anything.
Yeah. For Kanto and Alolan, you need XLs for
Yeah,
those in Great League.
yeah.
So here I'll do my regulars first, and then you do your XLs first. How about that?
Oh, okay. All right. I
My
like it.
regulars are at 7,833.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm at 696 for XLs. I feel like you
I'm
have more
at
than XLs than me.
No, actually, you're ahead of me. I'm at
Oh,
489. I've also built an XL Grimer though.
oh, that's the difference. Yeah, I haven't built one, so that actually makes a lot of sense. I have one that's like rank 4, and I have a rank 3 best buddy one, and I have like a
Nice.
rank 6 one too. I don't know why I have so many saved. I haven't built a single one. Maybe I'm waiting for the shadow variants. Dude, here's the thing. Like XL Grimer is like I don't love it because it's so easy to play
Yeah.
around. You don't have bait moves, right? Like it's a crunch coming or maybe a sludge bomb, but that's it. Like you could play around it so easily. It's like
Yeah.
slightly bulkier, but like it's just you get way better
It's
coverage
very
with the muck.
yeah, it's very one-dimensional, and it doesn't
Yeah.
have like enough bulk to power it through some matchups it shouldn't win. It like does what it's supposed to do and not much more.
Yeah, no, that's such a great description. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like the most average employee you can ask for, right? It's gonna get the job done, not better than you ask of them, but they're also not doing poorly enough that you would fire them. But there's just so
Yeah,
many other dark poisons you can utilize these days, especially like Hisuian and Quillfish, Drapion or Drapion, as they would say,
Drapion. Oh my god.
Drapion, is it Drapion,
Ferrothorn and Drapion.
Tropius, Cofagrigus.
It's
We
not
could come up with
Kofa?
like a
Oh
whole like
dude,
Sesame Street special.
we could.
Like Cofagrigus.
Dude, and just like
That'd be a funny video, I think.
how do you say it? I know it's in Unite. It's not in Go yet. Or actually, I think it is in Go. Is it
Comfey?
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 I don't know. Maybe
I
there
don't
should
know.
be like a
I'm at a
segment.
loss.
How to pronounce Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll think of something. I think there could be some funny content out of that. But yeah, all right, okay, cool. Well, yeah, if I also have less regular candies than you, I have like 6,000 something. I have
You do the
6,697.
conversions. So
Well, I didn't do any for this one at least. Yeah, yeah. Typically, I would.
okay.
Yeah, I did. Hopefully, you got enough for coughing. For
Oh, dude, yeah.
yeah,
I'm good for coughing now. The
nice.
coughing starts spawning literally as Fantasy Cup is ending.
That's so
Sweet.
funny. But we at least get
Awesome.
Ultra League back for 2 weeks. Ultra League back for 2 weeks, so you can still use
True.
it there. But yeah, it's pretty funny the
Yeah.
timing of that one.
G-Weezing is good no matter what, so
Yeah, yeah, that coverage is nasty, nasty.
it's nuts.
But yeah, how's Go Battle League going for you? Oh, let me tell you. So my Color Cup team, I dropped a video on it.
Uh-huh.
You said Toxapex was super bad, super strong, right?
Super busted.
Dude, my team was Araquanid, walled by Toxapex, Toxapex in the back, and a Charizard. So I have the only thing that beats Toxapex is my own Toxapex. On top of that, all 3 Pokemon lose to Electrics. But
That's true. It's true.
you remember me in San Diego, right? All 3 of my Pokemon lost to Noctowl.
Yeah.
But you can still
And you
win.
just made it work.
Muscle
Just chip
through.
away. Muscle
Muscle
through.
through. You won't believe how many Ampharos I beat, right? This one person I lost to that had an Ampharos, he had to make a sick catch to win it. Imagine having
That's
to make
true.
a sick catch when you're running a Pokemon that beats all 3 of my team, right? Yo, Lantern, I never even lost to a Lantern lead. Like,
Yeah.
Lantern into a
Yeah.
Charizard, Toxapex, and Raquidid? Yo, I had them top lefting.
Dude. I think yeah. I'm interested to see how you play around that.
Play around.
I haven't watched your video yet.
Oh, okay, yeah. I start off the video with a bunch of electrics. Shadow Zapdos is a pain, though. I will say that
Oh,
because the
dude.
Raquidid has no play into that, right? And I was getting baited out of like existence with all those drill pecks. But yeah. So wait, so what's your elo at? I only did like 3 sets today, so I have like
Oh
a few
man.
more.
My ELO is rank 18.
Oh my goodness, you really. I told you, man. Stock up on the
Dude.
Pepto Bismol.
What about you? What are you
I'm at
at?
2551.
Whoa.
I hit
All
up to
right,
2570
okay.
something. I dropped a little bit, but
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I was gone this weekend too in Vancouver. I didn't really do any battles.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. Got to start getting back on my sets. Like Burns said, no excuses.
I do appreciate though. I feel like part of it, and maybe this is what you tell yourself too, is you just lose these bets for the content, right? You know how much content
Dude.
we got out of the beard thing?
Dude, I'm telling you, you know how difficult it would be for you if your co-host just won every single bet? You'd be hating your life, man. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine losing all the bets? Wouldn't that suck?
I don't know. You
Couldn't
tell
be
me. You
me.
tell me.
It could
How
be
does it
me.
feel? To be fair, you win the Stardust bets. I will say that.
Yeah, that's why we stopped doing them. So
No, that's not it. There hasn't been a Stardust event.
all right. But no. Honestly, man, like I do it for fun. Like it's just I don't know. Doesn't affect me too much. Just having a good time with it. So
Okay. Well, we'll see. I mean, we got Psychic Cup coming up and Ultra League. I personally am
Yeah.
not touching Psychic Cup. I don't know about you, but
dude, you're not gonna Bruxish it up?
dude, you think I'm gonna spend dust on that random fish?
I know, man.
Yo,
But you've been an Ultra League guy since the jump though. So
yeah, I don't love Ultra League GBL as much though, because they just take forever and like the matchups are. I mean, it's fine. I think Show 6 Ultra League is much more fun in my opinion.
yeah.
But yeah, it's not too bad. Also, like I don't know, maybe part of it's like because I play so much of it, I get kind of bored of it. I don't know. I'm not sure. I do want to try Master League sometime this season, but I don't have too much build. I have a Hundo Rayquaza with not enough XLs. I have a Hundo Ho. I run like Lugia with it.
Yeah, triple flyers.
Triple flyers. Yeah, what's the third one? Well, I can't run the Rayquaza. Yo, Cheggy, get out of there. What are you doing, girl?
So Cheggy's acting up.
Yeah, I should be just digging around. My cat's been weird lately. I mean, they're turning into bats.
Dude.
Goats, something.
Bat cats.
Bat cats, yeah.
That's your next faction's team. It's not the cool cats, it's the bat cats.
Half bat, half cat, half goat. Bat cat goat.
There you go.
Yeah, my next factions. Yeah, this is it. If I finish here, I ain't moving. I ain't going nowhere else, right? I ain't signing with someone else. This is it.
That's it.
I'm like Kobe, right? I'm like a Laker for life, right? I'm like cool cats for life. Well, also helps it because I made the team, right? And the captain.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you built your own team and then you're like, yeah, I'm gonna leave this team. It just doesn't happen very often.
It's more often than you would think these days. Magic Mason used to be the captain of Team Omegalo. He left.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Does happen. Anyway, we got some tea to cover.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've read through this or not, but I will give a brief synopsis.
I scanned through it, and to be honest, it's kind of like how can I describe this? If you go to a barbecue and the food looks really good, and then you put it on your plate and you try to take a bite and you bite straight into the bone because there's no meat there, baby. That's what this feels like.
Or you go to like a breakfast spread and you're like, wow, this looks pretty good. You sit down, you
Uh-huh.
take a bite of it, and you're like, man, this tastes like nothing. You're like, oh, I forgot. I'm in London this week.
Yep. Exactly. Bean
uh,
and ham and eggs. Beans and ham
dude,
and eggs.
no hate on our English friends there, but the food is definitely lacking some flavor. I will say
It
that.
could use some work.
I could definitely survive off of that. I will say, but I don't.
But it'd be a hollow existence, Caleb. You wouldn't love that.
No, probably not. Probably not. I can live with it. I can live with it. I'm not like a big foodie, but I do appreciate food tasting good, right?
Yeah, same.
Like I know what I like, but I could also live with. I could live on an English diet.
True.
But speaking of English diets, here we go. Our continued commitment to real world play and Pokemon Go. Official post from Niantic. So they're essentially just sharing a bunch of things that they have planned for 2023. And then they say like, oh, we want to recap some of our recent updates and share additional updates that are coming soon. So game updates, elite raids, new Pokemon. We had Regidrago. Did you get any Regidrago, by the way?
No, not a single one.
What? Were there none near you?
Yeah, I just didn't drive into town to do the raids, and
Oh,
also
okay.
my city's pretty small. I don't know any of the other Go players here, so even getting people together would have been
I think yeah, maybe sure when they had.
challenging.
Yo, I will say though, you you know who you are, Niantic staffer that listens to this. I mentioned it last week. I was like, please, if anyone loves us here, give us some elite raids at the Vancouver regionals. We had
Oh,
three. And I made sure I did them too, even while commentating. I
dude.
did one when Phoebe and Wholesome were stalling for a long time, and then another one it popped up like it started right when we're commentating, so I just tapped into it. I didn't like
Mhm.
tap in the battle or anything. And by the time we finished commentating roll went off, I was able to do the third one like slightly outside of the venue, right
Yeah.
before it ended.
Oh,
Three Reggie
nice. So
Dragos.
wait. So they hatch at different times, like different intervals throughout the
Yeah, so
tournament?
they had like
That's
11,
amazing.
I think it was like 11, maybe 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. were the hatch times, so like
Oh,
3 hours apart. So I got the first one at 11 and there were 2 at 2 p.m. There weren't any at 5 p.m. in our area, but
dude, that's great. I felt like for a while
oh,
that that's a really good way to mobilize local players to go to these
yeah,
events because they know
yeah.
24 hours ahead of time.
I mean, unfortunately, you need a spectator ticket, but still, like, you at least be in the area. And that place was lured
Yeah.
up, yo. Lured up.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
wild Paris as well. And you know how you get extra dust at these regionals. Man, even if you're spectating there, you watching, you catching, like, I got like over 400K dust that weekend. That was
Dude,
great. That was great. I needed
absolutely
it too.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
before we go too deep into the tea, I actually saw screenshots of the landscape around the Brazilian regional that happened this past weekend as well. And
mhm,
their spot was also super dense, super lit up, lots of lures, lots of
love
stops.
it.
I think Niantic has done a great job with these venues and giving them more stops. I remember one stop in Indianapolis. That was it. You know,
Yeah, we only
one.
had like maybe 2 in all of the EUIC venue when it first started
Yes.
too. Like, cause we're just like I was just like drifting back and forth for that. But
Yeah.
yo, I can't wait till
Also
that
true.
Go Plus Plus comes out, man.
Dude, same. Did you pre-order?
I did. I did. Shout
I
out to
did too.
Gabby Snyder. She posted on Twitter and I pre-ordered
Yeah.
from Best Buy.
Yeah,
So,
same. I have to go pick mine up when it comes out.
no, it's not delivering.
No, I did pick up,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
you know,
But yeah,
to be
that'll be in
sure.
July. Oh, what was it?
I said to be sure, you
To
know.
be sure. Oh
I
yeah.
I don't want to wait for it in the mail, right? I
Dude,
just want to have it in my hands.
slight rant, but my mail package center has been terrible. They have not been notifying me for anything since January. So I literally had
Dude,
to go down to our security guard and be like, "Hey, can you let me into the big package room?" Because like I don't know whoever it is, like FedEx or Amazon or whatever, they're not storing the mail. So they literally just leave it in a giant room. I'm looking at a giant room of all these boxes trying to find my stuff. My cat litter was like hella late. I was like, "What's going on?" And I figured out. I
dude,
was like, "Wait, there's a whole box of cat litter that was delivered and never brought up." So my cats are like, dude, they're struggling. They're
suffering.
like, Dad, what's
Yeah,
going on? This litter box
dude,
stink. I was like, yeah, I can smell it too. What is going on? And I finally
dude.
found it.
Your
So
Go Plus Plus might already be there. You just don't know it.
yeah. Yeah, I came really early. I should probably check. Um, but yeah, I brought some I actually bought a you'll see. You'll see soon. I bought a pair of earrings.
Oh,
Gonna
oh,
switch it up. I've
okay,
had the same pair for like over a year actually. Um,
gotcha.
but you'll see. I bought two pairs actually. You'll see. You'll see. I know there'll be someone that's gonna love the earrings. It's actually gonna be
Oh,
Kaiser.
okay. Kaiser will dig them. Okay. All right.
Mm. We'll let
Ooh,
you
now
deduce off of that info. Anyway, I don't know how we got to earrings, but here we are. Elite
here
raids.
we are.
Anyway, improvements to raids to make it easier for participate in local raids and to become friends with trainers you battle with. Enhancements to the game experience when playing in person with family and friends. New features that provide benefits and encounters with more Pokemon while exploring outside. A lot of bones, not much meats. Campfire.
Yes.
Yeah, last year we launched Campfire. It's a way to connect trainers and stuff like that in local communities and find raid battles. Try to improve Campfire by adding the ability to start conversations at Pokestops and gyms around you. I don't know, man. Who's gonna go to a Pokestop and be like, yo, anyone around here? Like, where you at? Right? I'm texting on Campfire. Adding the ability to navigate from Campfire to a specific gym in Pokemon Go. That could be interesting. I don't actually know what that looks like, but it could be interesting. I will say I do use Campfire for raids, right? And it's kind of nice. And
Do
like
you
you could,
really?
yeah, yeah, I'll do it. So especially if I'm trying like use a raid pass and stuff. I'm driving around. I'll hit it up and I'll like GPS it, put my GPS on the phone dock, and just like drive to it and do it. And I'm like, oh wait, there's another one down the road. So it's actually pretty nice. I will say that, and it lays everything out. But I guess it's what scanners used to do back in the day. I mean, they're just adding it to it, but I think it's good. Like it was a
Yeah.
good improvement because otherwise, like we're going to drive aimlessly around for raids, right? And
Exactly.
the data on this is like up to date, right? Because it's like actually from Niantic. So honestly, like I like as much as like we're joking around or roasting Niantic, right? I don't know if we're roasting that much. The Campfire app
Yeah.
is like I don't love everything about it, but the stuff that I use it for works as expected, which is good.
Yeah.
And
True.
then yeah, so trying to roll out more like access, I guess, to trainers for Campfire. Not all trainers have Campfire
Mm.
yet. What? And then the community ambassador program. So they're trying to promote social gameplay and stuff and continue to grow the community ambassador program. This program is available in select areas and nurtures in-person Pokemon Go communities while also fostering new communities for trainers to find. We've added 200 community ambassadors from around the globe since its launch in August, providing them with tools to connect to their local player bases and unique incentives to encourage local gameplay. Honestly, like if I didn't interact with my community ambassador, I'd be like, what is this doing? But
Yeah.
there's a local community ambassador in the SoCal area, and shout out to him, Ritz. And so he goes to our monthly Sylph tournaments hosted from RC Cola. Another shout out,
Okay.
right? And he provides the winner with like an in-game code to like redeem some rewards and stuff, and like takes pictures and stuff of everyone and promotes it. So it's actually kind of
Lit.
cool. So I will say that. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know what other community ambassadors are doing, but if they're like Rit, then it's going pretty well. So super nice guy too, and then of course like it just helps like add more to like the grassroots like Sylph in person
Mhm.
tournaments too. So I mean I would go even if Rit wasn't going with the price because I didn't even know he was
Yeah.
until the first one, like he was
Mhm.
going to him. But it is cool to see people leveraging it, and like especially like
That's really
Sylph
cool.
tournaments, like local tournaments, they're just not as popular these days. So it's nice to
Yeah.
get people going. And who knows, maybe down the road we'll have local official play Pokemon tournaments too, like locals, because
Dude.
they had it for TCG and VGC back in the day to help qualify for Worlds.
It's true. I just don't even know how that would work. I mean, you just earn championship points, right? Based on who you beat, how many rounds you win.
Yeah, I think so. Dude. All my
Yeah.
locals baby prep for that Bastion. I'm just saying. But that could be a fun time. Anyway, I guess like you said, it's kind of like it's like they're saying stuff but not really saying stuff.
Yeah.
This is less of a T segment than I thought it was because the updates were not like terrible. It's just there's nothing really.
It's this is a box of flat tea from last year that you pull out and it's super super expired and you try to drink it and you're like,
Yeah,
ugh,
you're like
this is
sipping
kind
like
of musty.
I was like, am I?
Yeah.
Is there even caffeine in this left or what?
This is kind of musty, right? So like just going through these like point by point really fast. So game updates talking about the elite raids and Regidrago. Obviously, the elite raids had a really rocky start. I think people are still not getting their spawns. And then recently with Regidrago, there were
Yes.
tons of issues
Oh, that could have been our T
globally.
segment actually. That I forgot about that. I will say too, a
Yeah.
little West Coast privilege. By the time we did it,
Oh, dude.
spotless, no errors.
Dude, West Coast, my god.
But the
Eh,
problem is the thing is I saw on Twitter the next day some people they had a makeup day for it and they had the same issues the next day.
yes.
Like
Which is just like insult to injury, right? Just
yeah,
like I don't know, unbelievable.
yeah,
So yeah, so there's a lot of drama around that. Really, really tough to enjoy a feature when it doesn't work correctly. But again,
mhm,
Niantic trying to do more things. is really, really good. Enhancements to game experience of playing it in person, new features. Again, super vague, no idea what that means. Campfire, also a pretty rocky launch, but I think Campfire is really under leveraged. I think that they could really build that out into something special, but they're not investing in it, in my opinion.
Yep. Yeah. It's like I said, you could definitely utilize Campfire to your leverage, especially if you're driving around doing raids and stuff. It essentially when you click it, you can set it up so it goes straight to your like Apple Maps or your Google Maps,
Mm.
and it just like opens up the address right away, right into your GPS. It's really nice,
Oh,
and
nice.
you just drive on over.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
you can see the timers and everything. So I like it. I don't know what other people use. Maybe some people are using like scanners and stuff, whatever. But like, dude, I
Yeah.
think it works pretty well.
And then
So
finally, the community ambassador program, like you said, so you have a good relationship with yours, and I won't say that my situation is the same, obviously, because I live in a much smaller town and I don't really go out and socialize with my locals that much
could be you. You could be the
at
ambassador.
all. Oh, dude. But I mean, again, this is like a purely volunteer basis, right? So these
Yeah.
people are just doing it because they have the time and the energy. I think that's really good. It just, again, it feels like musty tea, right? Like we've been talking about this stuff for a year or longer. Community
Yeah.
ambassador has been several years. Campfire has been over a year. Game updates like Elite Raids has been what? Well, when was our first Elite Raid that we did? Salt Lake City with the Hoopas?
Yes. Yeah.
Hoop Unbound?
Which is kind
Yeah.
of like EX raid, but not really.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Again, it's like a mixed bag, right? And progress is not going to be congruent across every level, right? Like some things will always lag behind because time is limited, resources are limited. But again, I don't know. This seemed like a really random article to throw out. I don't know why or what the timing was about. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know either, but we shall see. I mean, if those shadow raids are coming, it could be interesting. But I've heard a lot of complaints about like they're removing poffins from raids, from in-person raid
With
rewards,
yeah,
and then like also
just
their
suddenly
SSLs. Yeah, girl.
yeah, just suddenly removing them
Look at this.
completely.
Look at this
Oh.
behemoth that just hopped up on my desk. If you're
Oh
gonna
man.
hop up on the desk, you're gonna get scooped up here.
You're gonna get pet.
You're gonna
That's
get
how it
pet. You're gonna
goes.
be yeah, dude,
Oh
gigantic.
man.
Anyway, so if you can't see on the YouTube version, we got a fluffy cat here.
Yeah.
Might need to go on a
Yes.
diet soon, but I keep saying
She's
this.
chilling.
She is. She is. I ordered her a toy, but we need to get her moving around and doing it.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah. Again, like you said, kind of a flat tea, right? Not a hot tea, just kind of flat, just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sitting there like a cat. Anyway, that's about it for our tea segment here too. I think we've
Yeah.
already covered quite a bit. We got Slowpoke Community Day coming up, so stay
Yep.
tuned for that. Then we got Charlotte. Then we got Fort Wayne. Then we got we got Utrecht as well coming up this weekend.
It
So
don't
that's going to be
stop.
interesting. 200 plus players.
Yeah. I've heard I
That's
won't say
pretty good.
anything here because the official numbers, I guess, may or may not be out there.
Uh-huh.
But I heard that EUIC is already getting a lot of traction as well. So
I think they're actually filled out. They're sold out. I think
every spot?
256. I think so. They had sold out
Holy.
three waves of tickets. First and second wave instantly sold out. Third wave, I think like they weren't instantly sold out right away, which is probably for the best because some people,
But they were
still.
like 90%.
Oh yeah, yeah, like 95% done. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Dude.
yeah, it's gonna be a good time. These Europeans are gonna show us what's up.
I
We'll see.
know.
They
We,
like their
we
price
need
sticks.
we need NA to show up, man. We need to start filling out our tournaments on the NA side.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think
You know?
NAIC. I'd be shocked if that doesn't sell out. 256, but we'll see. Yeah, people
We'll
got to turn
see.
up for that one. So
Yeah.
I'm sure Axon will probably go again, try to defend his title, right? Even though he already won.
Yeah, well, he qualified, right? But I'm sure he'd love to
Yeah,
win it,
yeah.
get the prize awards, stuff
And the
like that.
travel package too is nice. I mean, Japan's not a
Yes.
cheap flight.
And again, for anyone that's not sure about this, or maybe you're confused as to how it works, it's Axon is already qualified. If he does go and place in any of the top four, his invitation moves down to the fifth place.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
not taking it from anyone else.
But he'll still be eligible for the prize money, and then eligible for the travel award for the first and second place for UIC.
Yeah.
Or for NAIC. So, man, I'm trying to win some too, man. I'm going to go to Hartford. I think I might go to Fresno too. I wasn't going to go originally, but it's kind of close to me, so I might go to Fresno. Part of it is I'm trying to pad my stats a little bit, right? Like all these people be like, "Yo, I'm a repeat regional champion," stuff like that. I'm like, dang, I want that on my belt too. Why not?
Dude, we're gonna start doing caster intros, but just for Caleb, we're gonna need like an achievements graphic that pops up.
I love it.
Just for you.
I
And
love
then it shows up for like Butters and myself, and it's just blank.
y'all gotta play, man. Y'all gotta play. I was talking with I was commentating with Butters, and he was like, "Yeah, man, Axe is one of the most consistent, right? He's like 6 for 6 too, right? Like, what you think about that?" He's like, "Oh wait, I guess you're like 1 for 1." I was like, "I mean, I'm 1 for 1, but like 6 for 6 is very different than 1 for 1."
6 for 6 is actually cracked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll try to work on it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, what a great time. Ain't that right, Cranberry? Oh, she's not into it. This is episode 90, and hopefully you're having a great Slowpoke community. You might be listening to it while you're doing the Slowpoke community.
It's true.
And we're sorry we couldn't keep you busy for the whole 3 hours, but
yeah,
I got stuff to do. I got cats to groom here.
We got you 2/3 of the way, so happy catching.
Yeah, happy catching. Anyway, thanks all for joining as always, and we'll catch you all next time.
Peace.